Here in the first chapter, Paul is establishing that Christ has been seated at the right hand of God the Father Almighty. Here in the first chapter, he doesn't mention us as believers. But then in the second chapter, Paul is going to bring this theme up again, and this time say, oh, and by the way, we as believers are seated with Christ in the heavenly places. One other little aside, the book of Ephesians is the only place in the Bible where this phrase, this Greek phrase translated in the heavenly places, appears. And it appears 3 times. And every time it appears, it's very significant and important. The second verse is Mark 16:19, where it says, "So then, when the Lord Jesus had spoken to them, he was received up into heaven and sat down at the right hand of God." So there it is. He's seated at the right hand of God, and it's in one of the Gospels that this is stated. In Acts 2:33, Peter is preaching his first sermon on the day of Pentecost to the Jews in Jerusalem, who are amazed at what they saw happen on the day of Pentecost, and where they were also amazed to hear the apostles teaching and preaching and praising God in other languages. And so Peter's explaining what's going on. And in the midst of his sermon, he says, "Therefore, having been exalted to the right hand of God," there it is, there's that phrase,